Goal 10 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals speaks largely about eliminating inequality amongst countries and peoples. The United Nations clearly recognizes that businesses can also exacerbate inequality by being complicit in perpetrating biases and discrimination. The question, however, is how exactly does this resonate with Nigeria? Lagos is the most populous city in Nigeria and has millions of persons. Among these are little persons also, often found in Osborn in Ikoyi. They are trying to make a living as they grapple with inequality and discrimination because of their physical appearances. Wisdom Abba and his wife Joanne are one of the little persons who moved from other parts of the country into Lagos to make a living by getting employed despite their physical inadequacies. They say that in Lagos, they had hoped to win the battle against discrimination, but this fight, however, seems to be a lost one as they are constantly marginalized by some employers while hunting for jobs.
Sometimes, somebody will promise me at where I'm selling market. Just with drive car, we say we find work for me. I will pull up on that person. At last, the person will not find a job. Promise me. Many of them.
When I want to look for a job, they said they can't give me a job, that I'm too short. They said I should go.
This couple is not the only little person seeking an end to discrimination in job hunting. Nkubi and Shapali are celebrity broadcasters. They too say that they have had a painful taste of societal rejection.
I got called up for an interview. One of the management now walked up to me and told me that, look, I am sincerely very sorry. You are not the kind of person we are looking for.
My sister, growing up, to be like, Daddy, where do you get this thing from?
Though Shapali comes across as a very confident woman, she says growing up was torturous.
I'm talking to you, I don't know my mom until now. She ran away because I am a dog.
She adds that her self-esteem was dealt a devastating blow for even thinking of marrying a tall man and begetting tall offspring as her mother-in-law rejected her.
I had a relationship that the guy, took me home to the mom. And I was there in their living room, seated, and the guy went to call the mom. The mom came, I was like, where? Sorry, my dear, sorry. Where is the wife? My son said he brought. And I was like, it's me. And like, stop joking now, how will it be you? My son came up to come that he brought somebody, I was not accepted.
Bash and Iyatokpe are 9-to-5 persons. They reveal that they have also been treated with inequality countless times.
My own junior brother, the one that follows me, he also thought I'm kind of like a junior to him. We usually fight every day.
I go one place. I say they find person will go sweep here. They say not true. I say I won't do it. You do it. Which hand do you want to take sweep here?
With only 12 years left to expunge inequality by 2030, only little is known if Nigeria will truly wipe out this menace. But Wisdom and his wife Joanne, Nkubi, Shapali, Bash and Iyatokpe continue to hope that someday they will be treated like every other human being. I am Mary Chinda for Plus TV Africa.
Hey, what's up, guys? You're welcome to another edition of Plus Event, and I remain your host, Ifeoluwa Oshukeye.
Your absence isn't an excuse anymore, as Plus Events is all you need, as we bring you the glitz, the glamour, and loads of fun.
Oh, definitely, by no question. He's a living legend. Oh, God forbid, Holy Ghost fire, I know.
I just want to be blown away. I want to be wild.
This is 11 years of doing it.
I'm surrounded by so much positivity.
No, it's okay.
Yo, what's up, my people? It's your boy Starboy Terry.
Many thanks for joining us on the show today. This is Plus Sports and Plus TV Africa, and it's good to be back. It's Monday, the 24th of February 2020, and looking at everything that happened over the world, in the world of sports over the weekend, from basketball to football to boxing. Yes, boxing. Boxing has been considered as one of the most dangerous sports. That is, if you get knocked down in a way that you start bleeding from ear, nose, every part of your body. But I've got, I don't have a boxer in the house. I've got Okpeoluwa Adebari right here, and I will be running through the show together and talking about everything that happened in the world of sports. Welcome to the show, Okpe.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure being here.
Always a pleasure having you on the show. Now, let's start off with boxing. It has to do with the heavyweights, and Tyson Fury won the much-anticipated rematch against Deontay Wilder on Saturday, and he did it in grand fashion. And Fury didn't score a one-punch knockout, but he knocked Wilder down twice and dominated him till the 7th round. The two originally met in December 2018 when they fought to a split draw, and Fury largely controlled the action in the first bout, but Wilder put him on the ground twice in the night and then again in the 12th round. And Fury's recovery was...
Everyone felt that Tyson Fury won
it, yeah.
And also he himself knew that he won, but nonetheless, Deontay Wilder kept running his mouth, and he felt like he was going to beat Tyson Fury, no doubt about it. And you know what? They came to blows. You know, first of all, at the press conference, they couldn't keep their hands off each other. And at the end of the day, during the traditional weigh-in, they were not allowed to have the normal face-off. They had to put barriers between them. Tension was already building. Going into the matchup, Tyson Fury showed no mercy. But you know what? Tyson Fury was so tactical. He was calculative with everything that he did. You know, he tried to take in as much as Wilder could give him. Yeah. But nonetheless, he looked for those spaces. He looked for the timing. He gave him those accurate punches. And at the end of the day, Wilder was left on the ground.
Now, looking at how Fury fights, how Wilder fights, and how the possible matchup against Fury, Anthony Joshua, how these guys actually fight. I know Wilder to be a hard puncher. We see him as the street fighter. But Fury is a patient. Fury is patient, and he knows how to hold back. And of course, for his body size, he knows how to receive the punches, and he waits for the moment that he gets to land his own blows. If this was a Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight, who do you think would have taken it?
Definitely Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury are quite similar in their approach to boxing matches. Now, Anthony Joshua as well loves to wait. He's very, very patient, extremely patient. And Anthony Joshua bouts could go up all the way to the 7th round if the person could go toe-to-toe with him in terms of physique and in terms of endurance. So you know what? If it was Wilder, Joshua would have definitely won that bout.
Wow. But it's looking possible. It's looking likely for us to see a fight between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. But something interesting happened.
With Wilder, he was looking forward to a matchup with Anthony Joshua. So I believe we're going to see a big, big fight. And location is something I'm going to be interested in watching. I would love to see where the fight is going to go. Because it's definitely going to be a huge matchup.
Well, both of them are in the UK, so I think that fight could just go down over there, or they take it to the probably America. It depends. You never can tell where these guys will actually throw these fights to. That is, if it gets to happen. And there was also a story about Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua's manager. He said there's no point going for a third rematch. That's Fury and Wilder. Let's call it off. We know you're going to fight Joshua. Let's make this happen real quick. But looking at a rematch between Wilder and Fury, do you think that's possible? Because all the blows landed on Wilder. Presently, he's in a hospital recovering from what happened to him. And we also heard that he has a bit of hearing defect. This is a case of beating you blue-black. I don't think there's any recovery for Wilder coming back for a third match against Fury. Let's just focus on Fury and Joshua.
Well, you could take a look at it from 2 points of view. Yes, the beating was fatal, but then how good is Wilder's camp? How good is Wilder himself?
They had to throw in the towel.
They had to throw in the towel. But you know what? When you take a defeat like that, what do? You go back to the drawing board. You look at your mistakes. You look at how you approached the match. You look at what you did wrong. And then you now think to yourself, what can I do to make things better?